Hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Joyeux Noel, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Merry, anything that you may celebrate. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Big Red. And if you can't tell by now, Lady Hotel del Coronado is right there behind us, built in 1888. She stands as a crown jewel of the city of San Diego and, of course, Coronado. We're here having some s'mores. We're trying to roast some marshmallows, gonna make some s'mores with the igloos and the bonfire. And we're having a great time because it's the holidays here at the Hotel Del. More specifically, themed to that of the Wizard of Oz, because of course, L. Frank Baum, writer, creator of the whole Wizard of Oz series, had lots of times as a resident here for many months at a time here at the Hotel Del. So there's gonna be Christmas trees, there's food, there's drinks, a lot of stuff themed to the Wizard of Oz. But we're gonna check it all out, do a full hotel tour of all the holiday offerings, including things like this. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. One of the crown jewels of San Diego, the Hotel del Coronado, built in 1888. And right now she is looking absolutely gorgeous with her classic white lights. And of course the decor of Christmas here. Definitely some festivities going around. Look at that cute little one. Look at that. Hello. Yeah. But look at how it is. Look, so right now we have the you got a cool hat, huh? Thank you, sir. We got the valet right over here, but underneath the valet, you can see that there's all these beautiful light globes on here, some beautiful garland, and of course some trees. We're going to check that out in a second. But the Hotel Del, again, one of the crown jewels of San Diego, is known for its upscale luxury. Restaurants, class, service, hotels here on average are in the several hundreds of dollars to stay here for the night, especially during some of the peak season. This year, for theming, they're going to bring back a lot of their same lights that they do every year, especially like the classic white light. But this year they're doing a little bit of a celebration to a very famous resident for several months and years actually here, Frank L. Baum, better known as the writer, creator of the Wizard of Oz series. He was a resident here of the hotel here for several months at a time in the early 1900s. He would come, he lived in Chicago, but he would always come down here around winter time, January or so, spend several months here, and then once the months warmed up, he'd fly back to Chicago and continue on. But he did write a few, 3 books in particular, here at the Hotel Del. And they are celebrating that history that we have here and why, you know, as you'll see later, why the Hotel Del was a strong inspiration for the creation of the Emerald City in the Wizard of Oz series. So we're gonna go inside. There's the theming right now this year is gonna be Wizard of Oz. So there's trees, decoration, decor, even a special holiday pop-up bar that is themed to the Wizard of Oz series. So very excited for that one. In fact, I'm so excited. I didn't have any like Wizard of Oz shirts or anything, but I did bring my own little Toto with me. Well, it's a dachshund, but we'll call it a Toto. Toto was most likely a Cairn Terrier, but this will be my Toto for today, my little bag. Anyways, let's go inside and check this all out. Over there, we're going to check that out a little bit later, but there is a holiday light show that goes on. Everything that I'm going to be showing you is either one, free for the most part, or there's things where you can pay like packages, like food packages. I'll mention that if it's one of those that you have to pay to participate in. I'll still showcase everything you can do for the holidays here at the Hotel Del, but we'll really focus a lot on the free stuff. Oh, and here we go. So one thing this is completely free for you to do if you come visit Hotel Del. They have a thing called the Tinsel Tour. So there's some beautiful trees decorated in the theming and storytelling of the Wizard of Oz series. So they all have a little bit of theming to this one in particular. Is called There Is No Place Like Home. We can't get any closer to this, unfortunately, because I think there is a private function happening in the crown room. And there's actually a tree in the crown room. We're going to see if we can try to see it from here. But this one, if we read the sign in front, says, oh, author L. Frank Baum at the Del. During his many winter seasons at the Hotel Del Coronado, L. Frank Baum completed at least 3 of the Oz books, along with numerous fairy tales and stories for magazines. He found the island's sunshine and calm pace ideal for creativity. Coronado became the backdrop for some of the most beloved chapters in the Oz series. And then it says, can he spot the hot air balloons, ruby slippers, and emeralds? So let's see, right in front, I can see the hot air balloon right there, multicolored. And then we're going to look for emeralds. Oh, I see one. If you look just to the left of the hot air balloon, there's definitely an emerald between the green round ornament and the big clear glass one. But let's look for the red slipper. Oh, there's another balloon down below there. Oh, slippers right above, right there. See? If we go back to the air balloon and go about a foot to the right and a little bit up at about 2 o'clock, it's right there. Which, for fun fact here, for people who are true fans of Wizard of Oz, the red shoes is actually inaccurate. In the book, they're silver shoes. But because MGM, this was a big Technicolor production, it was supposed to make them tons of money, and they really wanted to push the fact of color in the film. Producers and executives and directors say, you know what? Let's change the color to ruby red because the red will really pop on screen. Fun fact. So now in popular culture, we associate the red slippers with Wizard of Oz, but if you read the books and everything, it's really silver. And the Hotel Del was designated a National Historic Landmark back in 1977. And for those who are interested, I will be doing a more authentic and more true history video of the Hotel Del later. This is just going to be one that's specifically just about the holidays and Christmas here at the Hotel Del. But I will be going a little bit further depth into like the history. Maybe we'll even stay here. Who knows? We'll walk around, show the amenities and whatnot in a future video. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested. But now we walk into the lobby. First of all, it smells absolutely amazing. It smells like Christmas in here. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Beautiful lobby with beautiful wood. Look at the garland. Look at the ornaments. Look at everything here. Look at the presents underneath the tree. But look at this tree. It just reaches, it's amazing. It literally goes all the way to the tippy top. I'm pretty sure it's actually touching the roof. I'm not joking. This is called the Road to Oz. And you can see why it's called the Road to Oz, because look, these balloons right here represent the yellow brick road, the Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, Toto, and the Cowardly Lion when they went to go see the wizard. That's really cool. I like the element of the balloons. And there's another sign here as well. Baum quickly fell in love with Coronado's beauty and charm, calling it nothing short of paradise. He once declared, those who do not find Coronado paradise have doubtless brought with them the same conditions that would render heaven unpleasant to them. I can agree with that. And there's little Easter eggs in these trees here. We definitely want to look for the yellow brick road, up the balloons, the 4 main characters, and a Wonderful World of Oz book. Well, first of all, my favorite character from the Wizard of Oz, Toto right here in the little picnic basket. There's Dorothy's accurate silver shoes. There's a balloon right there, potentially for the wizard. Right above it is the little oil funnel for the Tin Man as his hat. Oh, and look, we got Galinda's wand right there. Oh, and there is Scarecrow's hat right over there. A palm tree. I don't know what that has to do with a palm leaf. I found the book. Little ornaments right there. Really hard to see. I'm going to zoom as best I can, but there's a black witch's hat, which I'm going to assume is for Elfie, or in this particular case, because we are talking Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch. If you look up that way, it's really hard to tell because it's the gold, but there is the lion's tail. So there is the Cowardly Lion's tail right up there. This is really fun. We spent a few good minutes here, several minutes, just trying to find every single character we could think of. And this is one of the trees that we cannot have access to. This one in particular is in front of in the corner of the Coronet room. The other one is going to be in the Crown room. But these are the trees, the Emerald City trees. And there are going to be 2 glittering trees depicting the famed Emerald City. The real only way that you can get to see these trees is if you're a guest of a private function in one of the 2 rooms, or if you're here for any of the holiday dinners or brunches that they're having here. So that's as good as we're going to get, unfortunately, for this video. And this one is really hard to tell. I'm going to zoom as best I can, but that is the Crown room, and you can see the tree in the back. This one's definitely larger. Not as large as the lobby tree, but definitely of good size. And fun fact about the Crown room, why it gets its name. So there it is, the crown, which is also the logo for the city of Coronado, which of course, you know, Coronado means crown, right? So that is the beloved sign, logo, symbol for the city of Coronado. But what's fun fact about these ones, these chandeliers in particular, they were actually designed by L. Frank Baum. As a guest, he was kind of a noticed celebrity. Obviously, the books already came out, the Wizard of Oz books started coming out. So he was a celebrity here, and people recognized him. And he felt that there was something missing in this room that needed some sort of extra little bit of like glitz, glam, or something socially, right? So he actually designed these chandeliers. There's actually several of them in there. And that's why it's called the Crown Room. Really cool to have a little history of L. Frank Baum and Wizard of Oz directly related with the Hotel Del. And the Crown Room, these 2 rooms are the private function ballrooms. So this one in particular, the Crown Room. I've actually been in this one before because my father used to work here at the Hotel Del many years ago. So when I was a little one, there were some like family dinners and stuff that we would sometimes have here for appreciation. So I'm gonna quickly stop in. We're in the lobby of the main signature shop of the Hotel Del, and we saw this beautiful tree. This has nothing to do with the Tinsel tour, but look at this ornament. I'm about to turn around. The beautiful Hotel Del, and it's got the yellow brick road like Wizard of Oz. Even says Holiday in Oz, Hotel Del Coronado. I think I'm gonna pick up this ornament. I'm absolutely in love with it. I really am. It's getting a little busy in there because there's apparently some more winter formal going on right now and a couple events, and that lobby was getting a little too stuffed. So what we're gonna do some of the outside stuff and show you where everything is in regards to that, and then we'll continue on with the tree. What brings you over here? What are you trying to do?
Just with my friends and family.
Oh, okay.
Go over for ice skating. It's really fun.
Is it good?
Yeah,
okay, this is my first time doing the whole Christmas stuff, so
yeah.
I'm just checking out that, and of course it is Wizard of Oz themed, so you know.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Cool.
Do you like Wizard of Oz?
I've been liking it a little bit more, obviously with the Wicked movies that came out, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Always been a fan, but it's okay. What's your name, brother?
Lawson. L-A-W-S.
L-A-W-S, Lawson. Red, like the color. Pleasure, sir. Well, have a good night and Merry Christmas to you, okay, buddy? So we're gonna walk around the beach area, which is on the west, you know, that side of the hotel, because that's where a lot of the activities for the holidays, like the ice skating and bonfires and things, are going to be over there, and we'll check all that out. This is actually an amazing photo. You got this beautiful frame, Happy Holidays, but of course, the landmark of the Hotel Del right over there. I mean, this is amazing right there. That's beautiful. That's amazing. So this line right over here is to meet Santa. So he's only here on certain days. So Santa's only here on certain days. Here are the dates, the weekend that we're here, December 5th through 7th, 12, 14, 19, 24. Check in here. You can purchase the stuff online, and you can see there is quite a little bit of a lengthy line, but everybody is in their best. Oh my goodness. Hello there. She looks beautiful. So do you. Okay, fine. Okay, here is a line for Santa. I know him. I have heard that the Santa photo is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna showcase. Oh, there's Santa right over there. Oh, because it's got the Hotel Del in the back. Okay, that is a pretty amazing photo. That is an amazing photo there. Just gonna be kind here and showcase it. Okay, yeah. You got Santa and the Hotel Del right behind them. Yeah, that's a pretty good photo. The better view of that photo. Oh yeah. That is a postcard. That's a holiday card right there. That's a holiday moment. So I did talk to one of the employees there who was helping out with the Santa photos. So from the point where the line ended, which is pretty much right there where the picture frame is right there, they were saying that's at least minimum of an hour. And it's a true hour wait because you do get a good interaction with Santa. Kids get to talk to Santa, tell him what they want for Christmas. You take photo shoots. You do get a 5x7 photo, but you do have the option to buy photos later down the road. And it's a beautiful photo. I mean, you can see it's got the Hotel Del in the background. That's absolutely amazing. But just do keep in mind at this point right here, from this part, minimum of an hour. Look at this sweet shopper, Spreckles Sweets and Treats. As in like John D. Spreckles? That might be the case, but I see some holiday desserts and treats that I probably should not be eating, but I'm probably gonna eat anyways. Oh, polar bear paws, marshmallow. Oh, these are cute. Marshmallow, little peppermints and a white chocolate star. Lollipops, Hotel Del, like a pepperminty kind of theme vibe. Flavored popcorns, candy popcorns, peppermint twists and tricks. Oh my goodness. Cookies galore. Oh, they got bonbons, toffees and elf magic and what are these called? Milk chocolate non-pearls, oh my goodness. This is a dangerous store to be in. All these candies and Pink Wonderland and Candyland and nutcrackers over here. Oh, ornaments that look just like candy. Oh, I almost thought that really was a marshmallow tree, but it's actually squishy ornaments. Wow, they got a lot of good stuff here. That store is dangerous. I had to walk away before I buy something. And of course they have an ice cream shop over here. Sundays at the Del. I don't see anything holiday-esque over here. But this is gonna be like, we're kind of like the, I don't want to say food court, but this is where some of the restaurants are. They do have quick service Eno Pizzeria over there, open daily from 12 to 9. They got Eno Market and Pizzeria. This is where you can pick up some coffee and some sandwiches. And they do have things like chips and popcorns. But as you can see, when we look past, there's gonna be some more of the festivities and the holiday joy happening. Lots of lights, lots of decor. I hear some live music being played, but the ice skating rink and a lot of the like fireside and the other like high-end activities you can do are over there. Here's some live music playing.
Be no more sorrow, no grief and pain. Now be happy, happy once again.
Little aerial view. We got the ice rink right over here. It is a charge, $40 to skate. I do know that guests of the hotel save $5 for $35. It does include your skate rentals, of course. And I don't think they have different time slots in which they have the skating sessions. As you can see, everybody's just going in a big circle. They do have some fire pits over here, which are for rental. They have, this is Nobu, the very famous restaurant over here, which has an experience happening that we're going to talk about a little bit later about some private whiskey barrels for a prefixed meal. That sounds really cool. Oh, a beautiful tree right over there, which is part of the Tinsel tree trail that we're going to talk about. And here we go. We got the ice skating going on over here. Everyone's having fun. There's obviously some people who are a little bit better and some people who could use a little bit of work.
Yeah, I need some work.
You need some work? Remember, pizza over French fries. Pizza, French fry. Anyways, but we're having a good time here. I'm not even going to bother getting on right now because I didn't wear the proper socks and my knees are hurting right now. One fall and I'm done. But look, it is real ice. It's not that little cheap plasticky stuff. I really feel the cold coming off of this. It's really fun. One more tree that's here by the ice skating rink. This one's called the Wonderful Wizard. So obviously this tree is dedicated to the Wizard of Oz. We can see hot air balloons, pocket watch, and emerald glasses. So obviously hot air balloons, I see it there. I see his hat right over there, and a pocket watch. Now, oh, there's the glasses. I see the glasses right over there. This is a really pretty tree. I love all the green and just a touch of red in it. Very beautiful. Look at these guys. Hello, babies. How you doing? And look at this. So we got the fireside. There's different ones. They got like larger seats. They got some smaller seats and whatnot. And of course, you got a beautiful view of the ice rink, which is pretty cool. But the main thing you're paying for is the little fire to keep you warm. And look at that. We're right here with the building of the Hotel behind us. Thank you so much. Not gonna lie, this is actually a really nice experience. You got this. They got the service here. Right now, we're just gonna stay here for a moment. But when you rent out one of these booths here, it's a cost for the booth or for the little lounge area. Then there's a food and beverage minimum that you do need to buy into for your time here. So right now I saw the prices. They're starting at about $250, but then they also start with a food and beverage minimum of about $150. So at the cheapest, you're looking at $400, and that was on certain days, like, you know, a Thursday in the middle of the week kind of a situation. And let's take a look at the menu of some of the items that you can get. So here, so they got things like starters, like charcuterie board, Caesar salads, ooh, shrimp cocktails, squash, coconut soup, poke nachos. Ooh, that sounds good. Queso fundido, some chicken wings. They got things like wraps, lobster rolls, tortas, burgers, even a little snack box for the kiddos. And dessert is a pizookie. Ooh, that sounds amazing. And of course, if you are interested in cocktails, they have a decent selection of wines by the glass or the bottle, beer as well too, and some fancy cocktails including boozy hot chocolate, Mrs. Claus warm cider. Very nice. Even some zero proof mocktails, which is really nice. With the Nobu restaurant that we talked about a little bit ago, they do have a special called Nobu on the Knoll, a dining experience. So they also have some more of those fireside lounges over here. But the Nobu on the Knoll is an experience, first of its kind, by Nobu and Stranahan's whiskey experience set on an iconic oceanfront. And of course, there is the ocean, literally 200 feet away. But apparently it's a prefixed meal, a 3-course prefixed meal. You get the experience. These are actually old whiskey barrels that were reclaimed and used for this purpose for 4 people. And the price tag, $1,003.22. First of all, that's a weird number, $1,000. So I mean, in general, when you're talking 4 people, $250 each, not that bad for a Nobu dining experience, and you get the cool barrel. So I mean, if you and 3 other friends want to do it, by all means, please do so. Take a look here. It's supposed to kind of like winter lodgy. You have sheepskins, pillows, got the table over there. Heck, I guess after you have a meal, you can just take a nap afterwards too. All right, and we walked down these steps right here. We saw them, but there are a total of 10 of these beachside igloos over here. So let's get a closer view in here. Obviously, we'll be respectful of all the people enjoying their experience here. But this is really, really cool. You do get obviously the private entity of, you know, I can see like there's some nice chairs and couches inside these igloos. I'm going to be respectful of these people and not record them too much. Beautiful trees, blankets and decor. But each igloo also comes with a bonfire like this so you can roast marshmallows. Now, during your tenure of when you stay here visiting in the igloos, you get unlimited s'mores, unlimited soft beverages like that to enjoy here for roasting. But if you want to order some real food, it's the same menu food offerings that were at the other lounges that are being offered as well here too. So like the charcuterie board and pizzas and sandwiches and all that stuff, that's the case. A little bit further down the road is going to be what is called the Jingle Roast, and that is when you can just do the s'more roasting is over there. Not the igloo, but at least you get the s'more roasting, and it's a flat rate per party. And again, you get unlimited marshmallows to make s'mores out of, which is really a wonderful sandcastle that's really done here. I'm going to assume that it's supposed to be Oz at the very top. Happy holidays and to Oz. We love you. Happy birthday to you. Looks like he writes personal messages on here. That's really cool. Right here we have a food truck. Looks like they have some beverages here. We also have a smaller one that has some hot chew, some hot choco, chocolate. I wanted some hot chew. That's what I wanted. But if you want something with a little more extra spirit in your beverage, this is the place to go. So this is going to have a lot of the same cocktails that you saw on the menu we saw earlier. Things like the boozy hot chocolate for 21, Mary Berry Spritz, 0 proof cocktails as well too, wine, beer, and stuff like that. So yeah. If you want some extra festive spirit in your drink, this is the place to go. We're not gonna walk on the beach per se, but here's the last little bit of the boardwalk. There's the sand right over there. But I saw the fire pits here for the Jingle Roast. These are gonna be the ones that you can rent out. They're a little cheaper, and it's a flat rate for your party to enjoy. And like you see the folks right over here enjoying a good little bonfire marshmallow roast. You get all the s'more material that you need. You got the fire pits. Looks like they have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like either 9 or 10 fire pits for you to try out. And again, this is a flat price where everybody for one part, you get up to 10 people with the marshmallows and everything for that price. So literally just by pure luck, we made our way to the South Point lawn and found the Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, her tree, which is quite funny that it's on the South Point lawn and she's the Witch of the North. But I digress. There you go, Glinda, the Good Witch. Let's see, the beauty of Coronado often moved Baum to spontaneous creativity. He once scribbled a poem titled Coronado on the back of a dinner cart while waiting for his meal. Though he felt the poem captured only a fraction of the island's charm, it reflects how deeply the setting inspired him. And on this tree, let's take a look. We're going to try to find her crown, Glinda's crown, ruby hearts, and bubbles. Well, I already found crown right there. Let's see. Bubble, yep, I see bubbles right there. Big old bubbles, obviously, big old clear ornaments all around. I see her wand up there. And of course, the big old ruby hearts are in the front. Everybody, of course, decided to take a look at these vehicles right over here. They pretty certain there's some state violations going on with these vehicles, but they're still festive and I love it. So this is on this side of the dell. Again, this is free for people to come explore and look around and everything. There's going to be the light show, and this is of course themed to the Wizard of Oz, and there are some good photo op opportunities here as well too, and some beverages that you can partake in. And then there is a Wicked Witch tree, which I see right in front of us. But every half hour there's going to be a light show, and there's going to be one in about 15 minutes. So we'll look towards the tree where the light show is mainly happening. This right here is the Polar Bar. And here at the Polar Bar, they do have some food items. They got hot dogs and hot chocolate, boozy hot chocolate, especially cocktails. A lot of the same ones we saw earlier. They got different spirits. You can get different cocktails if you want that are non-specialty, some wines, and some beers. And it is, at least it's got some green lighting, like what would be for the Emerald City, right? So this is the Wicked Witches of the West tree. Baum's affection of the Dell extended to its fiction, featuring the resort and its manager Morgan Ross in his novel Aunt Jane's Niece and Uncle John. He described the hotel with a playful humor, calling its layout a labyrinth of passages. His writing preserved the whimsical spirit of the Dell. So with this one, we're going to find the witch's broom, flying monkeys, and a bicycle. So first off, I already see a bicycle right over there. I see her broom right up top over there. Let's see if we got another bicycle right there. Now let's see if we can find some monkeys. Oh, there's a monkey right there. The monkeys are actually green. Look at that. It's hard to tell, but if you look at the yellow greeny ornament right there, it's a monkey. And there's her hat right over there too. Very nice. Look at this. Green, kind of like it's falling down, like rain almost, which is kind of in a way kind of funny and ironic, obviously with the witch being her allergic reaction to water. Oh, look at it from this angle. We can just see a really good view of the inner parts of the crown room and a really good look at those 4 crown chandeliers that L. Frank Baum was really designed, which are really cool, really beautiful. Oh, and even a better view of that very large tree right there. Also a nice little photo op here for people if they want to take it with the ornament and one of the green trees. That's really nice. It does snow at the end of the show. Look at that, that's pretty cool. It's pretty much a montage of all the various Wizard of Oz songs. It ends with, of course, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and then they have the snowfall that happens right afterwards. And the show, I think, was roughly about like 10 minutes, give or take, which is nice. Again, on the half hour, it plays. And I feel that the best spot is the one that we were actually underneath. This tree right over here on this side, on the other side of that gentleman. And the reason I say this is because I feel like these 2 trees, that tree and even that 3rd tree right there, had the most lights, and it just felt the best synced for the music. Obviously, trees over here, there's like 6 or 7 trees in the around area, and most of the people tend to stand somewhere in this middle region, because then you get like a 360 view of the whole thing. But then going back to this tree, so this tree right here actually has some historic significance. So this stands the world's first electrically lit outdoor Christmas tree unveiled at the Hotel Del, December 24th, 1904. History right here. First electrical Christmas tree. And it still stands to this day as an electric Christmas tree. Pretty cool. Ooh, another one of the gift shops here has some more Christmas trees and some fancy ornaments here. This is called 1888, as in the year that the Hotel Del was built. Even has a slight kind of little history museum going on here, but they clearly turned this one into a Christmas shop because I see all of the fancy ornaments, nutcrackers, both that of the Hotel Del non-branded version as well too. Beautiful gold Christmas tree here. And this one's really nice. This one's got the snow flock on it. Wow, that's really nice. Oh, look at that. There's Marilyn. And of course, those who know, Marilyn actually spent some time at the Hotel Del, most famously when she was shooting the film Some Like It Hot, which is a personal favorite, one of my top 5 films of all time. And of course, a very famous photo where she's outside in between scenes, right in front of the Del. Of course, with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon. And even have a little marquee there saying, now showing Some Like It Hot. Oh, and look at that. There's a scene right there where the girls, including Tony and Jack, are on board the train. They're about to have a little party inside Jack Lemmon's berth. Even here at this gift shop, they have a few pieces. That is really cool. I really like this art piece. That's the main one that they have of Dorothy and her friends heading to the yellow brick road that leads to Oz / the Hotel Del. A very beautiful Jim Shore piece right over there, and of course different copies of The Wizard of Oz and the various books that he wrote, that L. Frank Baum wrote during his days here. Walking out for our last couple things here, we are in what I believe is the Courtyard, and they should also have a pop-up bar here as well too that is themed for The Wizard of Oz, called the Emerald Bar. It is in the Courtyard. Look at this. We're gonna follow the yellow brick road. Well, there's supposed to be light projections, but I don't think they mapped them just right. But this little courtyard here is all lit up in yellow, like the yellow brick road, which is pretty cool. So in this courtyard, there's actually multiple trees here. Each of the trees represents a various character. So I can see right now that's going to be the Scarecrow tree because I see the hat of the Scarecrow. I think that's Dorothy over there. This is the Tin Man tree because you can clearly see all the silver and the heart that he needs. And I believe that will be the Cowardly Lion over there. We'll check them all out here shortly. Starting off with the Tin Woodsman tree. You can see, so we're going to look for the Tin Man's axe, his hat, and his heart. Well, the heart, obviously, we saw that earlier. Let's see. So the hat is, oh, there's one right over there. And there's one at the top as well, too. The heart, and we're going to look for his axe.
Oh, yeah, little hearts.
Up, and there is an axe right over there. And of course, the color of silver and chromes and all that to match very well for the Tin Man. So the tree of the Cowardly Lion here. Baum and his wife adore the life of the dell, returning winter after winter and rowing together on the quiet waters of Courtyard Bay. Their mornings on the water often preceded his daily riding hours. Coronado became both their playground and their creative refuge. And here is the tree of the lion. We're going to look for his tail, his crown, and medal of courage. And you can see lots of gold, browns, hues of amber, matching the color of the Cowardly Lion. There's his tail popping out. This one's a little harder. Oh, there's his crown right over there. And we're looking for his badge, Medal of Honor, Courage that he receives. Which I see right up there. You can tell by the ribbon, the red, white, and blue ribbon. The actual medal itself is a little hidden, but it's right there. And there is a crown at the very tippy top as well. The Scarecrow, Baum was remarkably productive during his stays here, riding from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day and off. Oh, there's Toto. I found him. There's Toto.
Toto doesn't want to walk too much right now.
Oh, no. I don't blame him. How you doing? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Hello, buddy. Baum was remarkably productive during his stays here, riding from 10 to 1 each day and often completing astonishing amounts of work in short bursts. In just 12 weeks, he once finished a 60,000-word fairy tale along with several shorter pieces. It was said that perhaps his pen was touched with magic. And on this one, we're going to look on the tree for a scarecrow's hat, crows, and some straw. And of course, colors of kind of hay color, golds and whatnot, a little black, a little green. Let's see here what we're looking at. Well, there's some straw right here. Well, palm fronds, but we'll call it straw. Oh, we got some burlap. That's pretty cool. I like the way that looks. There's his hat right up top there. And a crow. So actually we found this sign. It's a representative of the whole courtyard, and that's where the red is. The red is supposed to represent the poppy field, the one that they fall asleep in. But let's talk about here. Baum openly credited Coronado for shaping his work, saying, "Of the 22 books of fairy tales I've written, the bulk of these books have been written here in Coronado." That's good. That's a great accolade to have. He even referred to himself as a California writer, and the dell became one of his most cherished homes. That's really nice. Oh, and there's a little spot. Let's see. Yellow Brick Road. Done right there. The red poppies. Okay. And of course the dandelions. So they're dandelions. That's what they are. And of course we cannot forget Miss Dorothy Gale and her beloved terrier Toto. Again, my favorite character. And there you got this tree here. So let's talk about Baum's popularity followed him to the dell, where he received dozens of letters from children enchanted by his characters. Their enthusiasm helped fuel his imagination, particularly for the Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, and soon-to-be famous Wogglebug. The hotel became a hub where he could connect and be inspired to his young readers. And there's a beautiful tree for Miss Dorothy Gale. I think we already know what we're going to be looking for, but let's see. We're going to look for her silver slippers, as is book accurate, her dog Toto, and the basket. Okay, so we do have, oh, there's the basket and the silver slippers, a couple baskets around here. And then we're gonna look, oh, there's Toto, found him, right there. Well, not exactly what I expected, but this is the emerald bar that they have here inside the courtyard. The emerald lighting, we do have some ornaments and stuff over there, but this is what they have on the menu for here. They got some specialty cocktails, the Osmopolitan, Scarecrow's Mule, Tin Man's Heart, Lion's Courage Old Fashioned. Well, that's probably the one I'm gonna get. Emerald City Margarita. They do have some various spirits for other drinks, some wines, and some beers. Well, that is very unfortunate. First of all, the pop-up bar experience isn't really so much of a pop-up bar. If you've seen any of my other videos, it's not really a pop-up, where it's experiential, that's the word. It's fun seeing the trees and walking around here in the Yellow Brick Road. It's really nice with all these trees, very beautiful. But it's just like a party movable station. That's not really a pop-up bar. You know, call it what it is, right? Call a spade kind of a situation. But the only drink that I really wanted to get was the Emerald City Margarita. And then unfortunately for that drink and another drink, which was my backup drink, they ran out of ingredients. So, and in all honesty, they're just basic drinks that just have the names to them. And they don't come in any fancy cups like, you know, I get with the plastic they have to have it for safety purposes, but I almost feel again for the price and for the experiential of calling it the cocktail that it is, it should come with like a stir or a swizzle stick or something that has to do with the character that you're essentially ordering. No, they just pour it into the cup and call it a night. So, and again, they were out of the ingredients for the two cocktails, A and B, that I wanted to get. So unfortunately, we're gonna pass on that. And a second time out here, look at this Zamboni for the ice rink. They put a wrap here, and it is Dorothy, I'm assuming Dorothy, being carried away by some of the flying monkeys, and there's the red poppies. This is really cute. I like this a lot. So they do this all throughout the year, but right now they are playing for the holidays, being Christmas time. They are playing The Holiday with Jude Law, Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, and Kate Winslet. And you can see there's a giant inflatable movie screen that's happening right over there. They got the chairs over here. And I believe the price per chair is $25. And it gets you one of the little sand chairs right there. But that's pretty much the extent of your experience. No food or anything, but you can bring your food should you want here. Tickets are available online, and they do have various films throughout the holiday season. You can also upgrade your experience as well too, like some of these families did. You can do the get the beach chairs with the fire pit and have unlimited s'mores and marshmallows and stuff like that. And you can do a secondary upgrade where you get the same experience of the marshmallow portion, but then you have a day bed where you can really lounge out and watch the film, and those are in the back portion of things. But hey, for $25 to watch a film here on the Coronado Beach, that's actually a pretty cool experience. So there we go. We arranged it to get one of the fire pits here. We're going to do some marshmallows over here. Got the lounge chairs going on here. And then just to show you what the inside of one of these igloos look like real quick. So yeah, relatively nice in here. Got an ottoman. Oh, it does have a little bit of a space here to kind of keep you a little bit warmer. Got a couple chairs and some couches. And of course, the menu right here. But as we've already established, the menu is the same from all the other lounges that we showed you. But this is really cool, and it looks really pretty. Like, I really do feel like I'm in a... I really do feel like I'm kind of like isolated, you know, even though I see the lights and tree. The sound, there's definitely a lot of deafening of the sound, dampening of the sound. So I feel very private in here. We, even though we got the igloo here, we opted to sit in the outside because it's actually warm enough with a little bit of fire happening right there. I'm going to turn around. So when you check in, you're going to get your kits here. You got your little fire rods for your marshmallows. They're going to give you a stack of crackers. They're going to give you a little baggie of various marshmallows there and a few bars of Hershey's chocolate. And of course, there's your fire to keep you warm and then toast your marshmallows. There are various igloos of which you can stay at, but this one's really pretty because look at that. We can people watch, we can wave to them. We got a good view of the Dell. Okay, let's get a marshmallow on board here. I am the type of person who does not like my marshmallows too toasted. I like them caramelly brown, but no burntness. Okay, that's this is about where I like it to be. On top. And there we are. We got a nice ooey gooey s'more. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Nothing beats having a good s'more in front of the Lady Hotel Del herself. Who knows? Maybe Marilyn Monroe had s'mores on the beach like this. Who knows? But one thing I did find out about Marilyn Monroe is that when it came to ice cream, she actually liked her ice cream melted. Interesting, I know, but don't ask me why. I guess some like it hot. Look at this. We ended up walking towards the front. First of all, Beautiful, beautiful picture. You got the Hotel del Coronado sign, Hotel del right behind. But look at the poinsettia garden they got out front here for the holidays, including, look at that poinsettia tree right there. That's a beaut. So we're pretty much done here for the holiday at Oz. But a couple things that we want to talk about here happening at the Hotel del for the holidays. So first and foremost, all the experiences that you saw right now most of them are happening now through January 4th, and most of them happen every day, except for a few things like the Santas have specific dates and whatnot. But you can walk around the grounds, check out the trees, some of the igloo experiences, the dining experiences, make reservations for those if you want. Just go on to the Hotel Del's website and pre-book your experiences there. There was the ability to do walk-ups like with the igloo, we were able to do that. So there is the ability that there could be a chance of you being able to just do a walk-up when you're here. But if you really want to guarantee it, book it online. And of course, prices do fluctuate for some of the things. Obviously being a weeknight compared to like a holiday weekend, they're going to be obviously cheaper compared to more expensive. But a couple things to talk about with regards to some specialty dinings more so. Of course, there is a Christmas Eve dinner that's going to be happening on December 24th. Large buffet. It's a very, lots of carving station, seafood and sushi and desserts and dinner. And that is happening on Wednesday, December 24th from 3 to 5 p.m. And tickets for adults, I'm going to do the adult pricing here, start at $230.37. For the same price as well, the next day on December 25th, you do have a Christmas Day brunch. Who doesn't like a good brunch? That I do know does include mimosas with it, some champagne. $230. You're going to have omelet station, carving station, hot food, cold food, fresh vegetables, pastries. One thing that the Hotel Del is definitely known for is pastries. Desserts, I've had the desserts here are amazing. For those who like a high tea service, they do have the Victorian tea in the Crown Room. That's happening on certain days. Reservations are needed for that one. And for pricing on that one, I believe it was about $120 for adults in that one, 90 something for children. On select dates starting December 12th, they're going to have gingerbread house decorating. They provide all supplies for you. The gingerbread house pre-assembled. They give you the gumdrops, the candies, the icing to decorate. Great family activity. And the experience starts at $83.24. If you happen to be staying at the Hotel Del during the holidays on specific dates, so you can actually get elf deliveries for $112. So one of Santa's helpers will go to your room, to your child, drop off a bag that's full of goodies, including stuffed animals, letters from Santa, toys and whatnot. Pretty cool experience, and they have it on certain blocks of dates. Again, $112 for that on certain dates if you are a guest here staying at the Hotel Del. For those of the Jewish faith, there is a menorah lighting that's going to be happening starting during Hanukkah, December 14th through the 21st. The lighting is going to be every day at 4:15, 5:45 on December 20th. And the last thing to talk about is the Rockin' New Year's Eve party that's going to be happening at the Laundry, which is one of the bar restaurants here at the Hotel Del. I do know that currently right now, it's only wait list right now at this point. All tickets have been sold, and I believe the tickets were going for $200. It includes festivities, some foods, and some drinks for the event. But I have heard that the New Year's parties here at the Hotel Del are always really cool. And of course, you're going to get the fireworks that shoot out over here in Coronado, which is always nice. Hotel Del usually always has a really nice firework display. I think that's going to do it for such an amazing time that we had here at the Hotel Del Coronado for the holidays. This was really fun. We decided to come back to the lounge and enjoy the fire for a little bit longer and have a good time. But hopefully you had a great time watching this video. If you did, please give me a holiday gift and give it a big thumbs up on the video. Second, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you haven't done so already. And third, hit the notification bell. Please also take it one step further. Follow me on social media at BigRedJourneys on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram for even more content. And then also don't forget, I'm trying to get the 5K. I'm really close to getting 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Help me get there. I even have a big 5K giveaway. Spirit jerseys, lounge flies, you name it. I'm going to be giving them a bunch out. So the sooner we get there, the sooner I can give some free items out to you guys for all the love and support you've shown me. And with all that being said, since it is the holidays, please, first of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Joyeux Noel, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Merry everything, whatever it is that you celebrate during this merry time of year. Please be safe, be merry, love one another, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye now.